morning, Canada, and welcome to the show. I am your host, Parmesan. And yes, that was a PlayStation. Now, what I am looking for today on the political news landscape is some answers. I just want to read some copium or hear Dave Cochran do mental gymnastics over this. I want to hear some justifications for dropping the tariffs. I don't hear it anywhere. So buckle your seatbelts, folks, because today we are going for a wild ride through X, through the mainstream media, and I have a couple other stories to talk about as well. So, let's jump right into it. Prime Minister Mark Carney campaigned on an elbows-up stance against the Trump tariffs, promising to stand tall for Canada. So why did he quietly drop the tariffs on U.S. goods? And why is the left-wing media so dead silent on this issue? Is this the surrender the left does not want you to know about? Here's the deal. On May 7th, the Liberal government published the United States Surtax Remission Order in the Canada Gazette, quietly canceling the tariffs on U.S. goods. This drop in tariffs encompasses manufacturing, health, and safety services, but leaves out the retaliatory tariffs on groceries and quite a few others. This reverses Canada's retaliatory tariffs against Trump's 25% tariffs on autos, steel, and aluminum. Pierre blew the lid off this by sharing the link of it on X, pointing out what the media won't. During the election, Carney sold himself as Canada's tough guy, saying we would go elbows up against Trump's trade war. He even flew to Washington on the 6th to talk tough to him. But now he's slashing the tariffs, except on groceries. Sounds like a pragmatic move, right? Why isn't the left celebrating this then? Or at least debating it? Let's talk about the hypocrisy. Let's call it what it is, folks. Hypocrisy. Carney's elbows up stance was all about standing up and being tough on Trump. He told Canadians during the election, we'd never back down. Our sovereignty was non-negotiable. Remember? Yet just weeks later, he drops all of the tariffs, except the groceries, of course, helping American businesses while Canadians face high grocery prices. Ex-users like Mark Scott Emery nailed it. Carney's keeping tariffs on essentials to look tough, but he's already folded on key sectors. Where's the elbows up now? And here's where it gets worse. The legacy media, Toronto Star, CBC, CTV, haven't said a single word about it. Nothing. Ex-user Genuths pointed out that even the National Post skipped the context that the US walked back some of its tariffs under CUSMA, which might explain Carney's move. But the left-wing media, dead silent. Why? Because it ruins the narrative that Mark Carney is Canada's fearless defender. Left-wing personalities like Jagmeet Singh and other lefties are also MIA. You'd think they'd spin this as a win at least for Canadian businesses. But no, their silence, to me, seems one thing. They don't want to admit that Carney's backing off the tough talk. This is the same crowd that cheered his anti-Trump rhetoric during the whole campaign. And yet they're dodging the story like it's radioactive. That is the kind of double standard that conservatives have been talking about for years. The silence surrounding Carney's tariff drop can only say one thing. You can't trust the legacy media or their ex-cheerleaders to give you the full story. Conservatives are calling this out, and it's time that you join the fight. Drop a comment down below, folks, with links. I want to see them. Have you seen any left-wing accounts talking any positivity about Carney dropping the tariffs? Guys, getting into our next clip, please. In Nigeria, this lady has a car for sale.
Toyota Highlander 2022 model, direct foreign use, and it's a white color with a very clean interior, and it's going for 50 million naira to negotiate. If you need any of these cars, you can always reach me on 090-4872-6397. This is Toyota Highlander 2022 model, direct foreign.
Like, dude, what is up with that? The license plate's on it? She gives her phone number out. And she's speaking English. What's up with that? Do they speak English in Nigeria? Comment that down below. Is she trying to sell that to me, a Canadian? Or are they rubbing it in our face? That is crazy. These people are getting so blatant with this stuff. And then, you know what? Where is our government going to go after Nigeria about this? They're not, folks. And next I have from our favorite X-user, Mario Zalea. Guys, I'm acting like this is cool and exciting, but oh my god. Is it ever so not cool and so not exciting? Another riding has flipped for the freaking Liberals. And we are going to react to this in real time.
Oh, this is good. Watch this. So originally, the Conservative Party member Parm Gill had won Milton. This was on the election night. When they validated the ballots, it flipped, and they just had the judicial recount. Last night, Christina confirmed that she is the new member of Parliament for the Milton riding. That just before midnight, an official recount was confirmed. This is where it gets good.
How many more recounts are the Liberals going to win? How many more, guys? 2 more? Look at this.
She ended up winning by a total of 21 ballots. 21. Now, I came across something very interesting by Patrick, and because it's in French, I'm going to translate it for you. He said that in the recount, the Liberals gained 242 votes, Conservatives lost 85, every other party lost votes.
Every party lost votes. Every one.
Rejected ballots, they increased by 124. The total difference of the 242 votes in the recount is made up of 124 fewer rejected ballots and 118 votes taken away from all non-Liberal parties combined. Very, very interesting. So the final result after the recount is 48.2% for both the Liberals and the Conservatives. But of the 242 vote changes, 100% of those benefited the Liberals. All other parties lost vote share. Conclusion implied is that draw your own conclusions about how the recount resulted in a complete gain for one party while all others lost votes or stayed the same. Unbelievable.
How crazy is that? And you know what? That put my head over here. Canada was 99% compliant with the jab. I just want to put that out there. Canada, 99% compliant with the jab, and nobody contested the election when it was over. Just want to say that.
Here it is. Originally, Parm Gill had won it. Then on the validation, which you see up here, Christina won it. It says 29, but on the official recount, that's the third step. I guess technically second. She ended up winning it by 21 ballots. 100% of the 242 vote changes, they benefited the Liberal Party and the Liberal Party only. Unreal.
Now, I just wonder, like, if there's any Liberals watching, did you know about that? And what do you think about this recount? You'll probably bend over backwards to justify it. How do these things... Mark Carney has come over so many statistical anomalies since he was since back in January. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What was the thing? In order for him to get 86%-ish in every single riding across Canada in the Liberal thing was like 1 in 2,000. That's like 1 in 2,000 elections. That's like 1 in 4,000 years. Guys, wake up. What is wrong with you people? I can't believe how badly you're being duped. You keep calling us racist? That's all you have? We're trying to save you. We're trying to save Canada here. And all you guys do is just hate Trump and Pierre. That's it. That's it. Guys, that's all I got today. That's all I got today. The left is they're elevators with no top floor. A Happy Meal with no fries. These people Words can't express the disdain I have for them because they ruined my life so bad. It's not Trump, it's not Pierre, and it's not Carney. It's the people who voted for Carney. You guys all ruined my life. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Niagara Due North.